ni Senador Ping Lacson ato sang tagaag pagtagad mahigala karon sa tong linya. Senador Ping Lacson, maayong buntag. Live po tayo ngayon sa impilang ng DYHP RMN Cebu at napapakinggan tayo sa IFM din at sa atong mga social media platforms. Good morning, Mr. Senator.
Yes, good morning, Atty. Killo. Maayong buntag.
Yeah, Atty. Rufil Banyok ni Senator Ping.
Rufil, Rufil,
Oo.
Yeah, still a long time, okay.
Kumusta po kayo, Mr. Senator? 1 month to go na lang bago araw ng halalan. At kumusta po ang takbo ng inyong kampanya?
Yeah, we're okay. I'm good.
Ngayon pong araw ay magkakasama kayong mga alyansa candidates dito sa Cebu. Ano po?
Yes. Merong invitation si Governor Gwen Garcia para sa... I think this is a 2-day swing, 2-day para suro-suroy.
Oh, pero wala kayong schedule na yung whole slate ng alyansa kasama ang presidente sa gawa ng campaign?
Dito sa Cebu, wala. Yeah. Ito yung activities namin sa mga alyansa senator candidates to join Governor Garcia to visit different municipalities din sa Cebu.
Oh, pero dahil si Governor Gwen, at least nasabi mo na ngayon, dahil may statement si Governor Gwen na kahit 12 yung senators po na dapat suportahan ng administration, but sinabi niya na mga 8 o 9 lang ang suportahan po ng One Cebu. So kasama kayo dyan sa 8 to 9 senatoriables na suportahan ni Governor Gwen.
I really don't know. Wala akong official o formal na information na na-receive na kasama ako doon.
Oh, but at least yung rally ngayon, si Governor Gwen Garcia is the one inviting you to join the rally.
Yes, through her staff, actually.
Oo. So doon sa may northern part of Cebu ba itong rally gagawin, Senator Ping?
Yes, ang first stop namin is Liloan. No, and then yun na, dire-diretso na sa different municipalities pa north.
Anyway, kayo po ay isang adopted son of Cebu dahil you were assigned here dito sa Cebu, yung chief kayo ng PNP dito at maganda yung performance niyo dito sa Cebu, adopted son po kayo sa Cebu. So, how confident are you na makukuha ninyo ang boto ng mga Cebuanos, Senator Ping?
Well, the least that I can say is I'm hoping to get the support of the Cebuanos kasi nga I served here. But this was a long time ago na, 1989 hanggang 1992. Kaya, I was declared an adopted son because of because of my accomplishments as the PC Cebu Metro Discom Commander at the time.
Okay, speaking of crime, dito tayo sa mga issues po, Senator Ping. Mukhang dumadami po ang insidente ng kidnapping for ransom, no? Isa po sa mga biktima ito si Anson Key ay natagpo ang patay na kasama yung driver niya, Senator Ping, no? Masasabi niyo bang back with vengeance ang kidnapping for ransom ngayon?
Ang talagang recorded yung based on yung accurate information for the past 5 to 6 weeks, 3 yung confirmed na that remain unsolved, and 2 out of the 3 kidnap for ransom cases. Ito yung may mga similarities pa sa modus operandi. Kasi yung the other one, malayo siya, so probably it was perpetrated by another group. Pero itong dalawa, may mga similarities kasi masyadong brutal at saka malaki yung ransom demands and dollar denominated. So we can suspect, I for one, based on my past experience, na sindikato ito and maybe headed by some foreign masterminds.
During your time as PNP chief, ang Chinese community ay mataas yung parang kumpiyansa nila, no? Dahil sa pag-solve ninyo sa mga kidnappings noon.
Yes, and the same thing applies, Kasi yung PNP should regain the trust or gain the trust of the Filipino-Chinese community and the entire community itself by solving crimes. Kasi if you're not able to solve, how can you be trusted? What I can advise them is there's this group, yung Movement for Restoration of Peace and Order. This is headed by Mr. Ishita Angsi. Talagang very strong ang passion nila, yung advocacy nila to help kidnap victims. And most of their members now, ito yung mga previous kidnap victims, mga families, na rescue. So more or less they know how they experienced yung pagkidnap sa kanila and how to deal with kidnappers. So they can lend yung experience nila directly to the families of the victims para ma-inform sila o ma-educate sila how to deal. But the most important thing to do is cooperate with the police kasi without cooperation, ang victims will be at the mercy of the kidnappers. Hindi alam, walang guidance ba na mabibigay, walang advice. So, yan, this is speculative kasi wala namang official report dito. But I was told that initially they paid ransom already. Tapos hiningan pa uli. And then this unfortunate thing happened. So, all the more, yung police talaga should really, enhance their intelligence and investigative capabilities to solve this one particular case or the three cases that were recently committed.
Senator Ping, sa analysis po ninyo, bakit kaya pinatay yung Chinese kahit nagbayad na ng ransom ang kanyang pamilya?
That we do not know. Kasi yung isang Chinese pa, the 14-year-old boy who was kidnapped, I think February, late February yun. His finger was cut. Ransom was paid, and yet he was released. So hindi natin alam bakit itong si Mr. K, pinatay in spite of initial payment ng ransom. We cannot speculate this early unless the police will be able to solve this case and arrest the suspects.
Oh, dahil yung panahon po ninyo when you were the chief of PAOK-TF, maraming mga kidnapping for ransom na mga cases. Kayo po ay sikat dyan, no, sa pag-solve ng mga kidnapping for ransom. In fact, dito sa Cebu, I was a reporter at the time, yung si Regan King ang nakidnap. Kidnapping for ransom din yon, pero at least nabalik yung buhay ang tao.
Oo. Yeah, I remember kayo nagko-cover noon. Maski sa Metro Discom ako, remember the Emmanuel Lee case, who was 9 years old then, yung sa Gaisano family. Ganon din. This was few days after my assignment here, nangyari yon. We were able to rescue and we encountered the the perpetrators and killed them in the encounter. Yung Regan King, nasa Manila na kami noon. It was reported to us. Ganun din. I remember what's remarkable, yung natatandaan ko noon, yung mga tao ko, nahukay pa nila yung na-recover nila yung ransom money kasi nakabayad na sina Regan King noon. Nahukay nila sa ilalim ng lupa and they reported everything. Everything was accounted for and we returned the ransom money to the victim's family, kina Regan King. Yung kay Emmanuel Lee, no ransom was paid because we were able to rescue. Na-rescue na namin bago pa magbayad ng ransom. So, yun. And to be able to really gain the trust and confidence ng community, kasi I was offered reward money by the Gaisano family, which I declined, kasi sabi ko sa kanila, we only did our duty, you don't have to pay us anything. Kasi gobyerno naman, sumusweldo naman kami sa gobyerno. So, yun ang part ng trust or confidence building ng police sa community. Show sincerity and show integrity.
Ito nangyari kay Anson Ki, parang talagang foul, Senator Ping, dahil nagbayad niyong pamilya. Milyon-milyon yung binayad. Pero pinatay pa rin nila.
Yun nga Yun nga ang unfortunate. Talagang parang double whammy. And yet, talagang... And yung reaction ng PNP ngayon is sabihin ko na commendable because nag-form sila ng task force. Headed by a Lieutenant General, si Edgar Alan Okubo, and si Nicolas Torre, sila yung nag-head nito. And these are very good officers, mga talagang sanay sa operation. Si General Okubo worked under me sa PAOK-TF. And he is a very good officer, a very good operator against crime. So, I just hope they can gather enough leads and that could result in a conclusion na positive. So, para hindi na maulit kasi alam mo, Attorney Rufil, pagka hindi na solve yung kaso, manganganak yan ng ibang kidnappings. Because itong gang, ma-encourage sila because they were able to elude arrest, nakakuha sila ng pera, they will lie low for a while, and then after makakuha na naman sila ng information about the next victim, mag-strike na naman sila. So, ang crime prevention or suppression is to be able to solve the case para hindi na makaulit yung and the other kidnap for ransom games, if there are any, mano rin sila. They will think twice because they know that the police nasa on their toes, ano. Kaya importante talaga ma-solve.
Nasibak na si Police Brigadier General Ilmar Ragay, no, bilang pinuno ng anti-kidnapping group dahil sa mga nangyayaring kidnapping. Sa tingin ninyo, Senator Ping, ay sapat na ba ito para maibalik ang tiwala ng tao po doon sa PNP?
Well, not enough, ano. Ang kailangan talaga yung positive resolution o yung solution talaga ng kidnap or ransom case or cases na hindi na-solve, na hindi na-solve. Yun ang importante. You know, parang axing or removing from his position the chief of the office, the head of the office, dahil hindi niya nasusolve, could also be a good administrative sanction or reaction. Pero that is not enough. Hindi to makamolify sa Filipino-Chinese community. Kaya ngayon takot na takot sila eh. I think they came up with a parang manifesto or statement regarding the incident. Ang masama nito kasi yung mundo has become very smaller now eh. Ang liit na ng mundo, ang bilis kumalat ng balita. So we should expect advisories from foreign countries na parang to avoid going to the Philippines because of this kasi naging high profile eh. Yung lalo itong last case yung kay Mr. K.
Kung sakaling makabalik kayo sa Senado, Senator Ping Lacson, ano po ang pwedeng gawin laban sa mga banta ng kidnapping?
Well, una-una, sa budget, kailangan i-augment natin. Bigyan natin sila ng enough equipment, especially technical equipment, to deal with not just kidnap or ransom cases, but other crimes. Kasi ngayon, in this modern age of information technology, kailangan we should be able to cope with the prevailing situation. Ano? Kami noon, I remember, very, very crude yung gamit namin. Alam mo, Tony, yung parang ginagamit ng Philippine Army yung parang telepono na iniikot-ikot, parang nire-rewind siya. Yun ang gamit namin noon just to be able to triangulate yung location ng mga kidnappers at saka yung kidnap victims. Pero ngayon, marami na available na mga modern na equipment at kailangang magamit. Alam ko meron sila niyan eh. So gamitin nila properly at i-intensify nila yung dalawa kasing aspects eh. Isang human o yung human intelligence tapos equally complementing each other yung SIGINT o yung signal intelligence. Very important kasi madali na ngayon mag-solve because of the availability of technical equipment.
Kahapon po, Mr. Senator, sa kabilang dako naman si Kirwin Espinosa po, yung self-confessed drug lord at witness sa drug controversy noong 2016 ay nabaril habang nangangampanya doon sa Albuera, Leyte. Ano po ang maisasabi niyo tungkol dito, Mr. Senator?
Naku, ito na another incident na he was our witness during our Senate hearings about illegal drugs. When I was still a senator, remember, nagtestify siya noon. At marami siyang nire-reveal ng mga information. So again, unfortunate na merong violence na ganito na related siguro sa election or maybe not related. Again, early to speculate. And the police should be able to solve this case again. Dahil importante talaga pag ganyan may nangyayari, election-related violence, kailangan talaga yung police should be on their toes.
Bilang kandidato po, may mga safety o security precautions kayo sa mga pupuntahan ninyo mga para sa kampanya po, Senator Ping?
Meron naman, pero alam mo, in the face of a determined assassin, wala naman talagang safe, maski yung pinakamataas na presidente, maski presidente nga ng United States, di ba? Twice na witness natin, or 3 times at least, sa recent and old history, may mga na-assassinate na presidente ng Amerika, and even in the other countries, more powerful countries. So, yun lang, ingat lang, siyempre, take the necessary precautions, at saka, sa akin, sa experience ko, napaka-importante yung gut feel ng mismong tao, na kailangan talaga talasan din yan yung pakiramdam.
Bilang former PNP chief, anong sa tingin ninyo ngayon itong anti-drug campaign ng present administration?
Well, less violence, no, hindi na to bloody, and yet they can still perform or accomplish. Kasi mas malaki nga yung ngayon based on reports, mas malaki yung volume ng drugs na nako-confiscate nila during this administration, and yet very very few, if at all, ang narinig natin na merong namatay sa kanilang operation. So I think this is the right approach, anyway, meron tayong criminal justice system, although it's not perfect, pero talagang wala naman tayong option na choice kundi magtiwala tayo sa criminal justice system natin. So paggalingan ng pag-gather ng evidence, anyway, you're a lawyer, so alam mo, importante talaga pagdating sa trial, yung is kung posible, open and shut case para hindi na magtagal o hindi na mahirapan yung judge, hindi na mahirapan yung prosecutors. Dahil minsan maraming technicalities pagdating sa trial. Minsan yung alam natin guilty na acquit pa, tapos nare-release pa back to their old practice or business.
Bilang isang PNP chief, Senator Ping, dahil kayo po ay talagang sikat sa pag-run after nitong mga problema sa mga drug lords noon during your time at saka yung mga problema sa drugs. Pero anong reaction ninyo sa statement po ni Chief PNP Marbil na okay lang yung ibang magda-drugs dahil dagdag oras lang?
I didn't get that.
Yung sinabi na mayroong interview na kinunan siya ng reaction at sinabi niya yung iba namang mga gumagamit ay hindi naman yun addict daw dahil parang they will remain awake.
Hindi ako
dagdag oras lang daw.
Mag-confirm. Even if he was joking, that was a bad joke. Kasi trabaho ng PNP talaga, kasi sa drugs, diba, demand reduction saka supply reduction. Kung papayagan mo yung gumagamit ng drugs, hindi ka nagde-demand reduction. Nag-i-encourage ka pa na ma-increase yung market. Kasi two-prong ngayon, three-prong na nga strategy. During our time, demand reduction. Part ng demand reduction, bawasan mo yung user. Yung sa supply reduction, in-neutralize mo yung mga suppliers. So basic yun I don't know what he was thinking at the time na binigay niya yung statement na bayaan lang yung mga drug users. That's wrong.
Dahil coming from a PNP chief, parang Senator Ping, either joke yun or hindi joke yun, talagang hindi maganda pakinggan.
Kasi parang binabiolate mo yung strategy ng anti-drug strategy, napaka-basic. Kasi part ng demand reduction, walang addict, walang user. Kasi yun ang market Yun ang sila nag-aano ng demand, di ba? Nagbibigay ng demand. So parang sinabi mo, kalimutan na natin yung demand reduction na part ng strategy natin. Mali talaga.
Senator Ping, yung mensahe na lang po ninyo sa mga nakikinig sa ating broadcast ngayon dito sa Cebu, sa buong Visayas at buong Mindanao, some parts of Luzon, at saka yung mga nakikinig natin sa buong mundo through our social media platforms, Senator Ping.
Yeah, thank you, Attorney Rupil, for the opportunity, and it's been a long time since the last time we were able to talk to each other. Ang may payo ko lang, dahil nga ngayon may mga issues about sufficient order issues, problems, we cannot trust anyone but our police, although admittedly meron mga police calawags din, but the leadership is trying its best under the leadership of Secretary John Vic Remulla. He's a very good administrator. Dahil kilala ko siya, governor siya sa Cavite. So, let's trust our police, let's trust our law enforcement, kasi wala naman tayong ibang pwedeng lapitan pag may problema tayo against crime, kundi yung police natin. So, yung sa amin naman, andito kami, presenting ourselves. Ang mensahe ko lang, Attorney Rupil, if I may, kasi ang pagpipilian ng ng electorate, mga botante, apat lang na klase o apat na types ng candidates, senatorial candidates. One who works, knows how to work, and does not steal. The second type, one who works but also steals. The third one who doesn't know how to work, who does not work, but also he doesn't steal. And the fourth one is one who doesn't work, who doesn't know how to work, but also steals. So mamili tayo ng tama sa mga kandidato natin. Wala akong pinapatungkulan doon sa mga more than 60 senatorial candidates. Hindi ko rin kinakampanya sarili ko when I say when I presented these options, but it's up to the electorate. Maghanap tayo ng mapili tayo ng the best candidates.
Oo. Okay, Senator Ping, maraming salamat sa thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, and nice to hear from you again, Attorney.
Maayong buntag.
Maayong buntag.
Number 1 sa balita.